And hello again, it's the Sussex Smuggler, and I'm Captain James Bollinger. Yeah, that's right, it's another podcast from the Emerald Island of Ireland. And this one grabs my attention for some reason. For those of you that know me, will know why when I get to this, because there's going to be some obvious hints within this story. It's a terrific story, and it's again from the Legends from Ireland by Sean O'Sullivan, and it's set in an island called Valentia Island in County Kerry. Not a very big place at all. It's about has a length of 7 miles, a width of 2 miles, and about a population of 600 odd uh, people that live there. So that gives you an idea how big the place is, and if you can imagine, for probably very rural and beautiful, and it's on the Atlantic coast. So you probably get all sorts of very aggressive and violent weather there, and probably lots and lots and lots of rain. That's why it's so green. But anyway, a little bit of music you got in the background there. That's Reaver's Gallows, the Privateer's Defeat. So it's not the private. Yeah, it is the Privateer's Defeat. Beg your pardon. So thank you to them. Be seeing them soon at Fantasy Forest Festival in July. Looking forward to that. What a terrific band that they are. Great at busking and pubs and big festivals like Fantasy Forest. Be brilliant. Um, you know, maybe even lucky enough to sign their first album off. Who knows? An autograph or a photo. Oh well. I hope you're sitting comfortably this evening because I'd love to read this out to you. So if you've had a hard day at work or you've been listening to too much nonsense at work and you just want to wind down, light a candle, perhaps turn the TV off, draw the curtains. It's June, it's summer, would you believe, in the UK, and listen to this story. Put your feet up and relax. And as I said earlier, those of you that know me will know how relevant this story is. Um, but of course, and don't forget, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and share as well, please. That would be of a massive assistance to everybody. Okay, anyway, this is called Paul Jones, and it starts like this. Some of the Murphys in Valentia Island are called the Paul Joneses. This is how they got the name. One time, Tim Murphy and 5 other men were fishing for pollock or gurnard out in the bay, northwest of Valentia. They saw what looked like a ship far away to the west of them. She came towards them and they began to talk to the captain. He asked them would they like to go on board to look over the ship. All that they need do was to tie up their boat alongside. He gave them a rope to do so, and they went on board. They walked through the ship and had dinner and some drinks. All very all very hospitable so far. When the time came to leave, the captain said that he was short of one man for his crew, and he would keep Tim Murphy. Tim was a fine-looking man, the best of the 6. And had it been known, the Murphys are good-looking men. The rest of the fishermen said that they wouldn't do at all, as his people would charge them of murdering him if he didn't return along with them. They would be arrested and hanged, they said. The captain said that there was a danger of that, but if they told the truth and stood by it, nothing would happen to them. When they reached home, they told their story, but if they did, they weren't believed. They were arrested and charged in court, but when all had the same story to tell, without charging it, They were allowed to go free. I heard that Tim had a wife and 4 children. He spent 8 years on Paul Jones's ship. It was wrecked on the coast of Spain. Just before that, the captain divided the spoils among the crew. Tim faced for home on some ship that brought him to Valentia. He had a big bag of money on his back. After nightfall one evening, in he came to his wife. When she saw him, she fainted, as she thought he was a ghost from the other world. When she discovered, he told her to have no fears. He wasn't dead yet, even though he had gone 8 years. He and his wife continued on, and he bought some farms with all the money he had. Ever after that, he was called Tim Paul, and those who came after him were called the Paul Joneses. Now, that delightful little story of pirates um, comes from John Paul Jones, 1747 to 1792, who was an American who raided British ships in the Atlantic in the 1770s when England was at war with her American colonies. So the story may have factual base to it, so as do some, if not most, folklore stories. So there you have it. That's the story of the Paul Joneses. Well, I hope you're having a terrific evening. Thanks for listening. This is the Sussex Smuggler, and I'm Captain James Bollinger, and I'll just play you out on Reeva's Gallows just to finish things off. And don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, share the channel, please. And here's Reeva's Gallows. Thank you for listening.